Municipal Court. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. So it looks like you are not being held on your city cases. You do have a district court case. Unfortunately, I cannot address that at this time, but it is my understanding that your district court case is set for June 11th. What you do have pending with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court is some traffic matters, driving while suspended, failing to signal before a turn. Those were alleged to have occurred June 13th of 2023 in the area of South 19th and Riddle. And then no proof of insurance, not having a driver's license, and an expired tag. Those were alleged to have occurred October 31st of 2024 in the area of 5th and Minnesota. I do see that you also have a pending domestic battery. That's not set until May 28th, so we are not going to address that at this court hearing. You do have the right to be represented on that. So we'll make sure we appoint an attorney on that case, but we thought we could at least address the traffic today.
Okay.
So your options on the traffic are, you could request a continuance to hire an attorney. You could state that you're not guilty, set the case for a trial, or you could speak to the prosecutor about a plea offer. What would you like to do?
I'll talk to the prosecutor.
Okay, so you'll leave your headphones on and you'll ask the person that gave you the headphones to send you to the breakout room. I think an invitation has already been sent.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Invitation, thank you. So,
okay, maybe it hasn't been sent yet. Ms. Love, oh, okay, well, looks like it is.
It's sent.
I thought it was, but then I got confused. Okay. Okay, were you guys able to work something out?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if I'm looking at it correctly. Oh, it's not supposed to include the domestic.
So when I talked to Mr. Moda, I said that that's going to be taken away. We're going to address that on the 20th.
Okay, so we'll just remove that one. So as far as the traffic goes, it's my understanding that the city would dismiss the failure to signal before a turn, expired tag, and not having a driver's license. That you would enter a guilty plea to driving while suspended and no proof of insurance. That would be 450 plus 2350 would be 473.50. Is that your understanding of what that plea is, Mr. Moda? Okay, and I just want to make sure that you do understand your rights. Do you understand that you do have the right to a trial? Do you understand that at a trial you would have the right to hire an attorney to represent you?
Yes.
And do you understand that at a trial or before a trial, you would be able to look at any discovery, police reports, that kind of thing to help you prepare for a trial?
Yes.
And do you understand that at a trial, either you or your attorney would be able to ask witnesses questions and present evidence on your own behalf?
Yes.
And do you understand that if you did go to trial and you were found guilty, you would have the ability to appeal that decision to the Wyandotte County District Court?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to accept your plea and I'll adopt the sentencing recommendation. And what I'll do is I'll appoint an attorney on that domestic battery case. We're going to continue that. Sorry, I got to grab my calendar.
You're fine.
We will continue that to Friday, June 6th at 1 o'clock. If you're still in custody on the county case, we'll see you by video. Otherwise, if you have been released on your county case, you'll need to appear in person June 6th at 1 p.m., okay?
Okay. And I thought today was going to be my county court date for my.
So your county stuff, according to what I can see, and I don't have the same access that the district court judges do, but what I can see, it looks like it's set for June 11th.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. And is that's in Wyandotte County?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I had just
so
left.
it'll be it's in actually the same building most likely that you're in. I'm in the building across the street from you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we will see you either in person or by video June 6th, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
New pod, new floor, Brooks or Mallory. I'll just call them out when they show.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Okay, so Ms. Love, do we need Delina to remove the one the domestic battery from the
Yes,
offer?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Do you know how to do that?
I believe so. I can't find the domestic on IMDS, but once I do, I'll be able to remove it.
Okay, if you just go to the attorney rec and click on the case that says domestic battery, there should be it's not. There should be at the very bottom a button that says RMV case, meaning remove case. And you should be able to click on that to get that off of the plea offer.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right. That should be done.
Ms. Love, are you seeing that? I haven't hit refresh because I'm still saving
No.
my comment.
It's still showing it. I'll take it off.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry about that. I just hit save.
Oh, okay.
Let's try it
If you hit
again.
save, maybe that will
I think that will probably
actually
make
do
a
it.
difference.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yes, that did it.
All
That did it.
right, way to
Perfect.
go. Look at you conquering IMDS Plus. Okay. All right, and so, Ms. Love, I did put a note that we're appointing on the domestic, and that has been continued to June 6th at 1 p.m.
Yes, ma'am. I got that. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, and then we'll just put his payment at that time too, just so
Okay.
now to keep it together so he doesn't get confused.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Pardon me, Judge Derek Brooks is here.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Brooks. I'm Judge Schultz with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just making sure. Let me see, are we home? Okay, so we have given you an OR bond on the city cases. You are being held on the county cases. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see when those are set for court. Sometimes it shows up for me and sometimes it doesn't. But as far as your city cases are concerned, it looks like you were charged with not having a driver's license, no proof of insurance, and failing to report a wreck. Those were alleged. Just let me finish and then you can tell me what you want to tell me.
Oh, no, I'm just saying it's loud in here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
Me to speak up?
Yeah, you can speak up a little. It's really loud in here.
Okay. It looks like you were charged with failing to report a wreck, not having a driver's license, no proof of insurance. Those were alleged to have occurred June 29th of 2023 in the area of 54 North 7th Street. So you can request a continuance to hire an attorney. You can state that you're not guilty and set the case for a trial, or you could speak to the prosecutor. What would you like to do?
I was set it for a later date so I can hire my own attorney also.
That's fine.
And also, I heard that you guys were looking for the one that lived on Wood Ave. I don't live on Wood Ave. That's my identical twin brother. So I'm just
Okay.
making sure that we don't have the cases mixed up.
If you think that it wasn't you, if you think that it was him, we should, well, if you're identical, it's kind of hard to set it for an identity hearing, isn't it? Well, we could still try to set it for an identity here. I'm gonna try to see if anybody was booked on that.
Ma'am, the crash, I was incarcerated, and while I was incarcerated, those charges were dropped. So I'm confused how they just popped back up, and I
Okay,
understand why
so
they would,
you-
but
Are you saying you were incarcerated at the time of the allegations, or after you were incarcerated, that's when you believe that they were brought up and dismissed?
I'm gonna try and explain it the best way I can. So I heard that you guys were looking for the one that lived on Wood Ave. That's my brother, but I was in a car wreck due to the brakes failing on a white Avalon last year sometime.
Okay,
But I was incarcerated
on a
right
car.
after that, and when I was incarcerated after that, those charges were dropped. So, because
Okay,
I've been incarcerated since then.
it looks like it was a white Toyota Avalon.
Yes.
Let me see if there are any notes, because I don't see anything about this being dismissed. Yeah, the only notes that are in here are recent. Let's see, let me click on this. This was originally set for August 29th of 2023, and it went to bench warrant, and it stayed in bench warrant until May 19th of 2025.
Derek, Judge, look at the spelling of the first names.
Yeah. So they are different. That's probably why they didn't address it at the same time, because we have one that's in as D''ERICK, and then another as DERRICK.
That's me.
Okay,
The thing that's confusing me is that I was incarcerated after the wreck. That was me in the wreck because of the brakes gave out. But it was dropped while I was incarcerated, so I'm confused
Okay.
how it's
Let me
mixed up now.
see if I can see the times that you were. Well, if they didn't bring it up at all, it could be because they didn't see it, depending on how they ran your name. Let me go further down.
It was there when I was incarcerated. It just was dropped.
They would have written a note or something. Let's see, that was 2023. Let's see, I show you were incarcerated in March of 2024, but that was just briefly overnight, and you were sent to Shawnee. Then let's see, April. Okay, let's see that. That one's not you. That's somebody 54 years of age. Also not you, 54 years of age. And then this is your time. I actually don't show, the only time that I show that you were actually incarcerated was June 30th of 2023, which was the day after the wreck.
Yes, that was me.
July 26th of
And I was incarcerated
2023.
under my twin brother's name.
Not that. Give me 1 second. Give me one. I see another ticket number and I can't find that one. Did they reissue? So here's what I see. I see there was an original ticket issued June 30th of 2023 out of this same incident, and that was already dismissed. So because it's already been dismissed, let's see how it was dismissed. Was it dismissed without prejudice? No, it was dismissed as part of a plea offer, so I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss this, okay? Mr. Brooks, give us a moment though to do that,
For sure.
because I gotta write down that it's. Okay, it took a little bit to find it, but I did find that original citation. We are dismissing this. This is a dismissal with prejudice. Doesn't really help you with your county stuff, but at least you know you're done with the city cases, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. Also, one other thing. So since it's dismissed, that means that my brother shouldn't have any problems with this case either.
Correct.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am. Have a good day.
you too.
Next, Edward Mallory, as explained, it's going to take just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Pardon me, Judge, Mr. Mallory's here.
Yes,
Afternoon,
sir.
Mr. Mallory.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm Judge Schultz with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court.
Yes, ma'am. Is it
So we're only here to talk to you about your city traffic cases,
okay?
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We've got some that are in a payment status. The ones that are from 2018 and 2019, we're just gonna close those. So that
Yes, ma'am.
leaves you with only 2 in payment status. And then you have still open a expired tag and driving while suspended. Those were alleged to have occurred September 6th of 2023 in the area of 42nd and Parallel Parkway.
Yeah, that was I wasn't driving. That was my cousin's car. I wasn't
Okay.
driving though.
Okay, so you have a few options.
Yes, ma'am.
If you say, that it was your cousin driving, we could set it for an identity hearing. If you're still in custody, they would transport you over for that. You could also just state that you want a continuance to hire an attorney to represent you, or you could speak to the prosecutor. I'm not sure if the two of you could work something out, but you might be able to.
What's the easiest thing you do? What do you think I should do?
I can't tell you what to do. You've got to make the
I'll speak
decision.
to the
If you
prosecutor.
don't think it was you, you can
It
always
wasn't
sit
me.
for an identity hearing, and there's nothing wrong with doing that.
I'll speak to the prosecutor. I don't know. I'll see if we come to a deal. I don't know.
Okay, leave the headphones on and tell the person that gave you the headphones that you need to go to the breakout room,
I need
okay?
to go to the breakdown. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Where I'm going.
Judge, are you able to send me to the breakout room as well?
Oh, fudge. I think you have to click down at the, let's see. Sherry, how does she get back into the breakout room?
I'm not exactly sure, but there should be something on the bottom of your screen.
So you have that menu across the bottom that talks about participants, chat, raise hand, share.
Yes.
Maybe if you click more, that might be, there should be
Yes,
something
got
along the
it.
bottom.
Thank
You're welcome. Okay, were the two of you able to work something out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see if I can. Let me hit
She
save.
said she'll drop one charge and then the fine for another was like 175 or something, $173.
And 50 cents. Okay, it looks like you'd be entering a guilty plea to 1 count of driving while suspended. That
Yes,
would
ma'am.
be 150 plus state fee of 23.50 for 173.50, and they would dismiss the tag charge.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that your understanding of what the plea offer is?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and sir, I just have to make sure you do understand your rights. Do you understand that you do have the right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that at a trial, you would be able to have an attorney assist you at that trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that you would be able to review the discovery to help you get ready for a trial, such as any police report or that kind of thing?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you did go to trial, either you or your attorney would be able to ask witnesses questions and you'd be able to present evidence on your own behalf?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you did go to trial and you were found guilty, you would be able to appeal that decision to the Wyandotte County District Court?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, knowing all of that, are you wanting to accept that plea?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna set this for a payment. Give me one second. July 1st at 1 p.m. If you're still in custody, it's my belief that you can't generate an income, so I would close it for a lack of ability to pay. If you have been released on the county case, you either need to appear in person or make a payment, okay?
Okay. Yes,
And
ma'am.
we'll send all that information to the jail and they'll give you a copy if you are released, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank
right, thank you.
All right, last female pod down on a different floor. I'll be back soon.
Okay, thank you.
Pardon me, Judge, Ms. Wilson's ready.
Just give me 1 second. I'm in the middle of blowing my nose.
We've all been there.
Okay, much better.
Here we go.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Ms. Wilson.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm Judge Schultz with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. It looks like you are being held on both the county cases and our cases. So it looks like these are all animal related cases. I'm gonna read you the charges real quick, and then once I've read the charges, you can be heard on bond, okay? It looks like you've been charged with having a dangerous animal, having a nuisance animal, possessing an animal without proof of registration, and a second count of having a nuisance animal. Those were alleged to have occurred May 5th of 2024 in the area of 535 Barnett. And then there are charges of failing to show proof of spay-neuter, failing to show proof of registration. Give me 1 second to open this one, see what this one is. Failing to maintain an enclosure for fowl, possession of an animal without proof of rabies vaccination, conditions of an animal enclosure. 1 second, let's see what this one says. Possession of roosters, 2 counts of having a nuisance animal, 1 count of cruelty or neglect to an animal, and owning livestock or fowl without a permit. Those were alleged to have occurred September 12th of 2024 in the area of 535 Barnett Avenue. Right now, even if you did post the bond, you'd have to post a $500 cash bond. Even if you did post the bond, you'd still be held on the county cases. But you can certainly request a reduction in the bond for the city cases, or request what's called an OR or signature bond, that your bond be made 0. What would you like to do?
Can't I have it like to where my bond be held 0? So if I do get out of the other ones, or bond out of the other ones, this one I won't have to pay for?
Okay, we need to let the city say how they feel about that. What is the city's position on bond?
We're willing to let her be released on bond or an OR.
So what I will do is I will grant you an OR bond. Now, keep in mind that this does not get you out because you still have the county case. But whatever happens with the county case, when you're ready to be released on that, this won't hold you up, okay?
How much is my county bond?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to the district court about that. All I can tell is that you do have court for that May 27th, but that's all I can see, okay? Give me
What's
one
today?
second.
That's in 7 days.
The 27th, yes. Today's the 20th. Give me 1 second.
Because they got us in here with no water, no nothing right now.
So now that you've been granted that OR bond, as far as the city cases are concerned, you can request a continuance to hire an attorney. State you're not guilty, set these cases for a trial, or you could speak to the prosecutor about a plea offer. What would you like to do?
Probably is that the prosecutor right there?
Yes.
I'd probably like to speak to her because I don't know nothing about no animal. Like I've never been to court over no animals or no nothing. I
So-
wasn't even known that we couldn't have roosters and shit because my neighbors up the street had them. So I didn't know that wasn't all right for white people to have them.
It's not okay for anybody to have them unless they have a special permit. So if
Okay.
you leave the headphones on and tell the person that gave you the headphones that you need to go to the breakout room, we'll have you talk to the prosecutor, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
They're talking to her, she's gonna say something like, leave the breakout room. Does that mean
Were the two of you able to work something out?
Yes, we were.
Okay, give me 1 second to make sure I can see that. Uh-oh, doesn't like that, does it? Okay, it's my understanding that the city would dismiss. I'm gonna go kind of one by one on the dismissals because I know that some of them are the same charges but different incidents. Possession of an animal without proof of registration. 3 counts of having a nuisance animal, possession of an animal without proof of rabies vaccination, possession of an animal without proof of spay neuter, possession of an animal without proof of registration, possession of keeping small animals without a permit. No, I'm sorry, keeping small animals in a pen And then you'd be entering a guilty plea to 1 count of having a dangerous animal, 1 count of having a nuisance animal, 1 count of cruelty or neglect to an animal, 1 count of condition of an animal closure, 1 count of livestock with an unclean pen, and 1 count of possessing fowl without a permit. And as far as the fines are concerned, the total would be $800. And then on the dangerous animal, there would be medical and or vet bills if there are any produced by the complaining witness. Is that your understanding of the plea?
Yeah.
Okay, and Ms. Williams, I just need to make sure, I mean, not Ms.
I was gonna
Williams,
say, I'm
Wilson.
Miss
Ms.
Wilson.
Wilson, I need to make sure that you do understand your rights. Do you understand that you do have the right to a trial?
Yeah.
Do you understand that you would be able to hire an attorney to help you with that trial?
Yeah.
Do you understand that before a trial started, you would be able to look at the discovery, any of the reports or pictures or anything
Yes,
to help
ma'am.
you prepare?
Yeah.
And do you understand that at a trial, you would be able to ask witnesses questions and present evidence on your own behalf?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you did go to trial and you were found guilty, you would be able to appeal that decision to the Wyandotte County District Court?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing all of that, are you wanting to accept that plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Give me 1 second and we'll get you a payment date.
You'll get me a what?
A payment date?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be getting out here no time soon, so I don't know how I'm gonna pay it on time.
Oh, we'll get, as long as you're in custody, we'll give you some additional time. We also need to give the complaining witness time to submit any documentation needed for restitution. Okay. Okay, I know that your county matter is set for May 27th. I want to make sure I put this past that date. Put this on July 1st at 1 p.m.
Okay.
If you're still in custody, we'll see you by video. Otherwise, you'll need to appear in person July 1st at 1 p.m., okay?
What if I'm in Johnson County? Because that's where I'll be headed to next, and I will not be getting out of there. So
If you are in Johnson County,
that's just gonna
either
that's
when
just
you are released, you can get a letter of incarceration and bring it to our clerk's office, or while you're in custody, you can send a letter to our court.
so that's just gonna give me another warrant to where if I was to be released, I would just have to come straight back to here.
I just said that you could send a letter while you're in custody at Johnson County asking for a new date.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Have a good
Yep.
day. I believe that's it, but let's make sure.
Second word there, Judge.
All right, that's it, right?
If this situation happens to run closer to Friday, I'll let Ms. Love know. We're told
Okay.
it, but it is a construction matter, and I don't know.
Okay, all
Okay.
right, thank you. Thank you,
You don't hear
everyone.
from
Have a good
me,
day.
Everyone.
Bye all.
Welcome.